Hi, I'm Jen Lehman, co-founder of Property Elite, Chartered Surveyor and APC Assessor. At Property Elite, we provide training and support for the APC, AssocRICS and FRICS qualifications. We cover all routes, pathways and geographic regions via our team of specialist consultants and trained assessors. This also includes the senior professional, specialist, academic and direct entry routes.
So, following our video earlier this month looking at a residential defect case study, we have a second one up for you this week. So this is essential watching and listening for all residential AssocRICS and APC candidates. In this video, all credit must go to Kevin Keane BSc Honours MRICS, a chartered surveyor at Walker Fraser Steele. He's also a consultant to Property Elite, providing support on the residential and valuation pathways. So in today's video, you're going to see a number of photographs. See what you can spot in terms of defects and what these might be caused by. Then listen on for our comments and analysis of the issue. And this is what Kevin actually did on the day. So first up, here's a building for you. And this was Kev's surveyor sighting of the day. And he thought to himself, where to start? So Kev saw some circular marks noted here on an external wall. Often these were under windows. And what do you think that these were an indicator of? And here you go. These telltale marks left behind indicate to us that the property is of cavity construction with the addition of cavity wall insulation. Sometimes the round marks are tidier or more tastefully finished than others. However, they're a handy indication for the surveyor of the wall type. The wall is of cavity construction and the internal cavity has subsequently been filled with insulation material. It's reported that up to a third of heat loss in buildings is through the external walls of an uninsulated home. So it's no surprise that cavity wall insulation has become very popular. Generally, properties pre-1910 to 1920 were mostly built with solid walls, whereas properties built after 1990 will have had insulation applied at the time of construction. For anything in between this time, it's a reasonable assumption that there's no cavity wall insulation. Like most things, though, there's an argument for and against the application of cavity wall insulation. In some cases, the property construction is incorrectly identified and cavity wall insulation is installed when it shouldn't be, causing a range of issues. When retrofit cavity wall insulation is installed into a property that's located or built in a way that means that it should not have the cavities filled, or if the work is undertaken incorrectly, the first and most obvious sign of a problem is almost always internal dampness. Furthermore, the cavity should be 50 mm wide and the walls should be in good condition prior to the addition of any insulation material. The argument for cavity wall insulation is primarily cost and sustainability led. By creating a warmer home, we are reducing our energy waste and reducing our heating costs. It's reported that the average detached home can save up to £275 per annum and 1,100 kilograms of carbon dioxide, not to mention the increased rating on a property's EPC. And as always, ask a professional. This includes asking a registered installer for a borescope inspection. The installer will drill a small hole in the external wall to see if the walls are hollow or filled. So moving on, in the next image, you'll see a roof space. And what would your thoughts be as your head peeked into this? So moving on. Here you go. And this image actually gives us more of a story. And this property is of non-traditional construction, crude and rural. The roof, as you'll see, is of cold rolled steel sections carrying a steel rigid grid covered with interlocking concrete tiles. Mortgageability of this house type is down to individual lenders' criteria, as it's of non-standard construction. However, in many areas, they do sell on the open market and perform just as well as traditionally built properties. However, spray foam insulation has been around for a long time now, and the issue is, and always has been, reduction in airflow around roof timbers and formation of condensation. And in this case, the property is steel framed and the steel could begin to corrode due to condensation. Most major lenders will automatically decline the property, although some would find it acceptable as long as the rafters aren't encapsulated. And as you can see in this photo, spray foam's been applied and subsequently removed, and this is likely at the request of a lender after an inspection has been carried out by a chartered surveyor. And once again, if in doubt, ask a professional.
That's it for today's podcast. Remember, you can book in your free 15-minute consultation via our website. We can also provide feedback on your referral or prelim review report. If you head to our website, you can also access our other free support resources, including our ebook guides, podcasts, videos, quizzes, blog, and CPD newsletter. We can't wait to work with you, so thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week.